Hey there YouTube, I'm back with another tutorial for Cinema 4D and FxParticles. FxParticles is a really cool plugin that you can use on Cinema 4D to make like cool and abstract scenes and some other things on Cinema 4D. So I'm going to show you how to make this cool and spiral thing with this attached objects. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So I've been also been stopped for quite a while, like 1 week and a half, because my creativity is a little bit down, and also has some other things like blowing up on mine. But decided to make this tutorial just to boost things again and to make things happen. So hope you enjoy this and you follow along the tutorial. So let's jump on a new project and let's go, guys. Alright guys, so back to Cinema 4D, and we can start our tutorial. So first thing I'm going to do, I always use my Infinite Studio background. You can check it out on an early tutorial, just for this look cool, like faster. So once you have that, you can start on your FxParticles and load your system. So on this system, what I need is an emitter to emit those particles and something to get around those particles. So the first thing I'm going to do on the system is just to grab an emitter here on the generator. And I'm going to grab an emitter, so I'm going to also bring this emitter a little bit up just for us to see this guy better, and this here. Okay, so if you press play, you see that all your particles are going like straight forward with no effect, with no nothing. So what I'm going to do to start seeing some things here is just going down my system, and on the generator I'm going to put a trail. So if I press play, you see that you have like a trail of particles, but if you render, you still don't see nothing because you don't have nothing to render this trail. So and we're going to, for the first, set up all the system for the particles, and then we're going to the render thing. So on the system, for you to get those spiral going on that way, you just need to go on the modifier and bring some rotation over here. As you see, your rotator, it's over here down, so you're going to bring your rotator near the emitters. So just a little bit here, and if you press backwards and then go to play, you see that your particles are getting already that rotation. It looks really cool, even without even without a render. So but we're going to make this look cool anyway. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to grab a hair and I'm going to create shader, and on the hair material I'm going to put this to full black. So let's go to full black, and this go to full black too. And I'm going to just leave this over here. So what I need to do to render this, and for you to start seeing something, I'm going to my simulate, and on thinking particles I'm going to set up over here. You're going to bring your emitter, and on your emitter over here it says sticking particles. You're going to press this on, and you're going to grab your group here to the TP particles, and that's okay. So if you make a render now, you still don't have nothing because you didn't attach nothing to the trail, and that trail doesn't have nothing to render. So what we're going to do to make that thing look cool is very easy. So you just have to go over the simulate and particles. You go to MoGraph, you're going to bring a tracer over here. So on the tracer you're going to put your hair material, and on the tracer you're going to delete the system and bring over on the simulate, you're going to thinking particles, and your particle settings you're going to bring your group onto this trace link. So if you press play, I think you should already have something rendered on this scene. So let's just check this out. Okay, yeah, we have some cool hair. This can be done like also with the how can I say, with some sweeteners, but that is totally heavy for your computer. So for the animation is good, but for the render is totally heavy. So once we have our tracer, like already with the render, we can pass now, and we can do our objects to attach on this guy. So what I'm going to do on the system, I'm going to down here again on the system, and I'm going to bring on the generator, I'm going to bring sprite. So on this sprite you can do a lot of things with it. How can I say, if you go here to the sprite, you can use a cube to emit, you can use like a placard, and even you can use also use text, so to grab on this part. So what I'm going to do as the scene that I did for that image and that animation, I'm going to use where the points light, I use it across. So if I press backwards again, and if I press play, you see that you have like a full mountain of cubes and stripes like getting off of this. So you can also decrease a lot the value of the emitter, and have a better fluid simulation. So if you make this render now, you see that it's getting a little bit heavy, but it's looking cool. So what we're going to do also over here is, what can I say? Yeah, it's looking cool, I think. We're going to our emitter. We're going to bring this down a little bit for us to see this better and faster. So I'm going to my bitrate. I'm going to load this down to about 160. And if you press play now, you see that your stripes are, your computer is a lot less heavy, and it's working cool with this. So this is that stripe animation that I did for my short intro, and this is a tutorial. So hope you enjoy this, and hope you find this useful. So you can make a lot of things on this, and just how can I say, just make your things and test some things over here on the emitters and on the, how can I say, on the emitters. On the emitter, you can speed this down, you can speed this up, for you can have like a faster shootout of particles, and on the radius you can also decrease or increase this a lot. So I'm going to put this a little bit down just for us to have a full animation on this. And as you see, I'm working like with 300 frames, so you should probably be working like with 90. So if you make a render now, you see that this is looking cool. So this is the tutorial, and I hope you enjoy this. So make your things, send me over the link, and continue keep following FxChannelHouse for some more cool stuff. So see you guys soon, and have a big nice weekend, guys.